iZotope might have went too far this time. What is going on, guys? So we are back at it yet again with another iZotope plugin, bars. And we have Ozone 9 on deck. I know a lot of you guys saw that I had it prior hand. More bars. And other than that, yes, I was a beta tester for it. So we really got into it with the developers. They asked for critical feedback from us, and we did that. And that's why I say they went too far, because they added a rebalance tool that was first found in RX7. And if you know about RX7 and how serious it is, then you might as well know that it's going to be really good in this. And that's what we're going to show off today in Let's Play Bars. Okay, that was corny. So the link's in the description box, and keep in mind, if you have Ozone 8, even if you have the free Elements version that they was giving away a few days ago, you still get that huge cross-grade discount. So that is crazy. First thing I want to show off, guys, since I haven't did any videos on 8, is that you can full screen 9 as well as 8. But, you know, it's really cool for the people that don't know that. So, and it's really useful because that means you can get as much screen real estate as possible. Also, you can pull up older projects in there. I started working on this album or EP around the time that 9 was about to come out. And I thought it was really cool that I got to beta test this within that, which means that I delayed the project. And with that, you know, the project that I'm talking about is unreleased, and it's really cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and play some tidbits of it.
Sand falls in the hourglass. Diligent work set you above a first class. That's business. Don't confuse it with friendship. That's falling.
And the name of the artist is Alamar, and this is the track that DJ Pain One did.
Don't give up, young queen. Just stay strong. Stay strong. The world is coming for you. The world.
And this is Guard Your Soul, which I think this is my favorite joint.
For the 2-minute drill with the game on the line. I'm Barry Sand with the rock. You fake front line. You never block up.
And no, I didn't produce that joint, but I just really like that joint. But I do like Young Kings and Queens too. But there is a adamant issue of which rebalance kicks in, and the reason why I'm talking about it in this video in particular. Rebalance allows you to mess with different elements of the track, even though it's a 2-track itself. Now, of course, in the mastering process, we all know that you're going to mess with a 2-track in mastering, but for those who don't have a full track out of, like, per se the beat, which if you listen to Young Kings and Queens versus like the other songs, so let's go ahead and hear the other songs first.
Sand falls in the hourglass. Diligent work set you above a first class. For the 2-minute drill with the game on the line. I'm Barry Sand with the rock. You fake. Don't give up, young queen. Just stay strong. Stay strong.
There's like a little bit of a dip in the energy, and it's because of the fact that I didn't have access to like the track out to boost like the drums and stuff like that. And the drums are the dopest part of this beat that Pain One did. So in this particular scenario, that's where rebalance will kick in and be great. So I'm going to go ahead and grab rebalance. Let's see here. Master rebalance right here, which is something that they adapted from RX7. Yet again, I'm just going to repeat that because RX7 is dope too. So we're going to go over here. We're going to play with master rebalance.
Don't give up, young queen. Just stay strong. Stay strong.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is this right here. I'm going to go ahead and mess with the drums. So you can mess with the gain of the drum separately. Now, this isn't like the end all be all. I do recommend still getting your track outs for tracks and stuff like that, but sometimes it might just be impossible dealing with people. But in this particular instance, let's go ahead and mess with the drums.
Don't give up, young queen. Just stay strong. Stay strong. The world is coming for you. The world. The world is coming for you. The whole world.
And as you can see, I'm able to mess with the drums. So I'm going to go ahead and just go inverse. This time I'm going to pull the parameter knob down.
Don't give up, young queen. Just stay strong. Stay strong. The world is coming for you. The world. The world is coming for you. The whole world.
So let's compare the new Young Kings and Queens to the other tracks that have smacking drums.
Don't give up, young queen. Just stay strong. Stay strong. The world is coming. You never block a man. Thank God I found my ass. That's business. Don't confuse it with fresh shit. That's far few between.
Now, what I'm going to do is A and B compare the drums now.
Don't give up, young queen. Just stay strong. Stay strong. The world is coming for you. The world is coming for you. The whole world.
Huge difference. Holy crap. And that tool alone makes everything great. Now, per se, I don't know, like the vocals needed to be turned down on Young Kings and Queens, but yet, you know, it's the mastering process and nobody has anything, can't do anything. So you can just do that on the fly as well. So you would select vocal.
Don't give up, young queen, just stay strong. Stay strong. The world is coming for you. The world is coming for you. The whole world.
So that makes that, you know, that issue a little less problematic at that point. So, you know, just use that. Just think of the fact that you have massive amounts of control over a 2-track, yet that you have already finished the mastering process in the hand, and that wouldn't be possible with any other software. Well, iZotope has made it possible, and that is ridiculous. There are other things that I can talk about. Of course, the mastering assistant, for all those who don't know about Ozone 8, but Ozone 9 still provides that same feature with a few extra added things, and that's one of the bigger things that I like about it. Of course, you can have your setup or whatnot done using the algorithm, the AI that will mix your stuff for you, or in this particular situation, master your stuff for you. But a preset is a starting point, not just a end all be all one button magic thing, but it is pretty cool. The other thing that I really do want to talk about, because I will have more information on it in another video, is the low end focus. So you can now focus on lower frequencies separately, of course.
That's business. Don't confuse it with fresh shit. That's far few between. Folks want that green. Fuck loyalty.
In this particular track, even though I did do some of the EQing to make it less bassy because it was too much over his vocals, but per se, you know, that's something that you want to repair in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and engage the low end focus. So let's go and do that.
That's business. Don't confuse it with fresh shit. That's far few between. Folks want that green. Fuck loyalty. The heart's boiling.
So you can listen to it solo, of course, and get to a point to where you want to focus on the bass. And that bass frequency, you can choose the range, of course. So maybe that might be the part that you want to do. And maybe you want to make it punchy, smooth. And also, I want to pull up something. I want to go ahead and segue into something else. As you can see, these tool tips here are meant to help you out. But if you don't know how to access them, you just go into your options here and go into your general and choose show tool tips, or you can turn them off just in case they are annoying you. But I think they're useful even if you are like really into this. So let's go ahead and listen to that. It's gonna be a lot of bass.
Mentally for tough times two. Cause switching latitude and longitude. Put a strike quota in the fourth quarter. I'm clutched like MJ or LBJ. Choose a game to participate. It could be life or death. So be careful when you pick your fate. Can you sense the change in the day? Can you tell me you ain't scared? You can't stop the inevitable. It's no choice, gotta go with the flow. Can you
So I took the bass out of it just to let you see like the natural amount of girth that you get from using this, and I think that is really cool. It's probably one of the best new features that I like, because a lot of music now is bass driven, but at the same time a lot of the low end just really is disrespectful and there's no way to control it, and that's where iZotope steps in and gives you Ozone 9, and they give you the low end focus. And keep in mind, if you have the advanced version of this, you get this as a plugin. So that's why I'm going to do a separate video on low end focus and on a lot of these other presets and stuff like that that came with Ozone 9. So yeah, all the things that you really want are there. Of course, you can match EQ, so you can actually use references. And I'm going to talk about tonal balance control too in another video as well. But damn, Damn! Is this good? So tell me how you feel about this, man, because I feel like this is a really good plugin. I use it as a standalone, and the strongest tool I haven't even showed off yet, and I will show off more of that in another video because I really want to continue to talk about iZotope Ozone 9 because I feel like they added some of the features that a lot of us really wanted. You know, they retouched up the mastering assistant, which was pretty good in 8, and that was the big deal about 8, but in 9 they have added so much more because of the feedback they're taking in. We beat up on them during the beta test, and it was a lot of us in there, a lot of us professionals and non-professionals too as well, and they made some dramatic improvements, especially in like the CPU usage and especially in the code, because a lot of the stuff code wise they had to figure it out, and they did so. And, you know, with iZotope, they're going to work on patches and updates because you can't make a dev kit for every configuration. Different computers out there, it's impossible to have something that is not buggy, but, you know, that's going to come with time with more feedback. But with that, I think they did a really good job. The cons of this, my cons of this is more related to like maybe my setup because I have a 2014 laptop. I know 2019 is time, right? And, you know, some things I am not able to do, and I really wish I could do it within the DAW, but the standalone version is the one I use the most. I mean, I'm mastering something, so it's already a 2-track, so I have enough CPU left over as well. So, you know, that's my only gripe about certain things when it comes to iZotope. You know, it could be a little stressful on the computer. But if they did sacrifice CPU, they would sacrifice quality, a lot of quality. So, yeah, I can only respect that. Do I give this the stamp of approval? I mean, come on, man. We beta tested this joint to make sure that it was really good. So, hell yeah, on my name.
Look how she twerk. Look how she work. Look how she work. Look how she twerk. Look how she work. I made it work. I make it twerk. I make it work. I make it twerk. Look how she twerk. Look how she work.